Hi, everyone. I'm David from the podcast team at I-Fal. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. Maybe you're on the way to the Army base or stuck in Tel Aviv traffic with your headphones on. Today, I want to share 5 interesting news stories in simple English. We'll look at events, music, business, visas, and health. Along the way, I'll explain a few words, so at the end, you'll feel more confident in English. 1. Hanukkah Festivals Guide. First up, there's a full guide to shows and festivals this Hanukkah. You can see big stage musicals like Festival, a YouTuber party for kids, and even a multicultural festival in Haifa called the Holiday of Holidays. All across the country, theaters, concert halls, and open squares will host performances for families and young people. From an Israeli point of view, it's great to see so many events in one holiday. You might grab a sufganiyah on the street, then rush to catch the last bus to your favorite show, and of course, the traffic will be crazy. But it's also fun to spend time with friends and kids in a festive mood. Here's a word you'll hear often. Festival, Festival, which means a public celebration with music, art, or food. Try using it. I'm going to the jazz festival tonight. 2. Rimmon Music School turns 40. Our second story is about Rimmon School of Music celebrating its 40th anniversary. The school's founder, Yehuda Adar, and many alumni, B.V. Grimm, took part in a special project. Alumni re-recorded classic songs by earlier graduates. One funny story is about singer Eddie Ankry. She didn't want to record her big hit in class, but her friends literally forced her. She said the class made her do it. This reminds me of army band practice. Even when you don't feel like singing, your friends cheer you on, sometimes too much. Music is an important part of Israeli youth culture, whether in school, army, or on the streets. New word. Alumni. Biv Grimm, which means people who graduated from an institution. You can say, I'm an alumnus of my high school. 3. Omri Casspi's investment fund raises $100 million. Next, Israeli basketball star Omri Casspi launched a fund called Swish Ventures. He just closed a deal raising $100 million for the fund's next stage, named the Opportunity Fund. The money will support Israeli startups in tech, health, and more. From my side, it's inspiring to see an athlete turn into an investor, MSHKI. You know how we love innovation here. Every coffee shop seems to have a new app or gadget. Now there's real cash behind some of these ideas. Learn this word. Fund, KRN, meaning money set aside for a purpose. For example, our startup got a fund of 1 million shekels. 4. The Golden Visa in the U.S. In the United States, the president introduced a new program called the Golden Visa. Citizens can pay $1 million to accelerate, LHATS, to make something go faster, their visa application. If a company sponsors an employee, they pay $2 million. There's even a platinum card for $5 million, which gives tax benefits to people who stay in the U.S. It sounds like a very expensive fast track, almost like paying a friend to cut in line at the bank here in Israel. We all know how slow the bureaucracy can be at the Population and Immigration Authority. But imagine paying $1 million just to skip the queue. Word note. Accelerate. LHATS, which means to speed up a process. You might say, we need to accelerate our project delivery. 5. The impact of anti-vaccine movements. Finally, a concerning report says that vaccine opponents cause serious health and economic damage. The article points out that refusing vaccines leads to preventable infant deaths and may create future economic losses. Vaccines are part of everyday life here. My niece just got her shots at the Kupat Holim clinic. I know some families worry about side effects, but the numbers show vaccines save lives. It's like wearing a helmet on a scooter. Sometimes you question it, but in the end, it protects you. Let's learn one more word. Opponent. MTNGD, meaning someone who is against something. For example, he is an opponent of plastic bags. You can also use significant, MSHMVTY, which means large enough to matter. This study has significant results. That's all for today's news roundup. I hope these stories helped you learn some new words and gave a little taste of everyday life here. I really enjoyed helping you practice English today. Remember the I-Fal app, where you can study with us. only 20 shekels per lesson. See you next time.